Welcome back to Meg's Mysteries. So glad you can join us. This story is called Mystic MALLS. There's a place near Salem Neck, Massachusetts, by Salem, where you can go to a very special mall. You have to be invited by the townspeople because the average person would never be able to find it. It's protected by magic, and only the worthy can visit and shop in their unique mall. It's a very old town square with all little stores where you can find all that's magical and strange gifts. You'll be getting an engraved invitation if you're the lucky chosen ones. So check your mail. Hopefully we'll be seeing you soon. Signed, the town elders. That was the ad in the All That's Magic newspaper. Our little club, the Pose Corner, that we started in high school, our little group of 6, we started up for just fun of it all. Robert, Gwen, CJ, Melanie, Lou, and myself. I'm Belle. Now we are all out of college and working, but still get together every month for about 6 years now. One of the members, Gwen, subscribed to the All That Is Magic news, and we read it cover to cover. There are some strange articles and ads in it, just what we like. This one caught our attention. This is just what we're looking for, a great outing. Sounds like something interesting. A little shopping and some research on mysterious adventures. Lou said, I hope we get picked. I think we will because we subscribe to the paper, so we're eligible. I said maybe, it'll be fun, and we all do need a vacation. Then we all forgot about it, and at our September meeting, Gwen said, I have exciting news to share. Robert said, okay, Gwen, what's your news? She said, we all got an invite to the Mystic MALLS annual bazaar. They only have it in October, and this year it falls on Friday the 13th. It's not often that there's a Friday the 13th in October, but this year it does. I think that's a good sign. There's also an old B&B we can stay at, and it's a weekend trip. They say it takes more than one day to appreciate all the stores and activities. What do you all think? We all agreed it sounded great, and it'll be fun. Gwen also said, we have to take a train to Massachusetts. It's 3 to 4 hours from here. We could take the Amtrak. And when we get there to Massachusetts Station, they'll have a bus to pick us up and take us to the town. So we all made arrangements to take the weekend of October 13th, Friday to Sunday, off from our very interesting but odd jobs. Robert is an off-Broadway actor who recently is playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He can get off, and maybe he can get some inspiration at one of the shops for his role of Jekyll and Hyde. Gwen is an apothecary, and she does all Chinese herbal remedies, and she's also an acupuncturist. CJ is a teacher and researcher of ancient religions like Wicca, Celtic rites, and Hinduism. Melanie writes Gothic mystery novels. Lou is a photographer, and he owns his own studio. And I work for a wax museum as a restorer of old wax figures. So it'll be easy for us to take off for the weekend. I told my boss I'll do some shopping for some of our current restorations. I might pick up some unusual items. The others had no trouble taking off. We were all looking forward to our exciting adventure to Mystic MALLS and its special shops. In the brochure Gwen received with our invite, they listed some of the most interesting stores. One was a unique pet store. Curiosity killed the cat. Then there was the mysterious materials, everything you will ever need. Black magic bookstore and the apothecary's dream. herbs and remedies from around the world. Just to name a few, there is something for everyone. They mailed Gwen tickets for the whole club and said the welcoming committee is looking forward to meeting each of us. CJ said, "Wow, they're going all out. Imagine they want to meet us like we are special guests." Gwen said, "It's going to be great." So we all got our train tickets to Massachusetts. We were picked up at the Massachusetts station. A bus was waiting for us as we arrived. The Mystic MALLS transport. The driver, Mr. K, he looked more like Igor from the Mel Brooks Young Frankenstein movie. But he was very pleasant, and he told us all about the town as he drove us. It was very foggy that day. It got darker and thicker as we drove on. It was about an hour away from the station, and as we came closer, we spotted the sign, "Welcome to Mystic MALLS." You could hardly see it, and a driver could easily have missed a turn. Nothing but dense forest all around. Lou said, "This is wonderful. What an effect. So spooky. I would love to stop and take some pictures." But Mr. K, Igor, said, "Sorry, we're on a schedule, but you'll have plenty of time for your photos later. And there's a storm a-brewing, and I have to get you folks into town." So he dropped us off at the B&B. Welcome Home was its name. I thought that was a strange name. It looked like a very old Gothic building, not homey at all. But the owners were very nice, a very nice old couple, Mr. and Mrs. Howling. She showed us to our rooms. The girls had to share one and the boys another. She explained, "We're all booked up for the weekend, but I hope you don't mind sharing rooms." Gwen said, "I thought we had reservations." We told Gwen we don't mind, it'll be fun, and the boys didn't care. There were large rooms with fireplaces and sitting rooms and 2 beds and pull-out couches, so we were all set. Breakfast and lunch was included. I told Gwen, she looked upset. "It's okay. We won't be staying in the rooms much. We'll be out and about." Mrs. Howling said, "There's a nice restaurant in town, too." So we put our things away and went off to check out the town. All the stores looked small, but when you got into them, they seemed like they grew larger, and there was so much stuff to see. Melanie said, "Let's stay together and check out each of them first. Then we can go to the ones we like later." First one was the unique pet store. Oh boy, did they have a lot of strange pets. Black cats, owls, ravens, mice, large bats and spiders and snakes, and in the back, outside, were larger animals. It looked more like a zoo. I said, "This one is a creepy store. I guess some people like this kind of thing." Lou said, "I like to take some pictures. The owner said it was okay, so I'll meet you guys at the next store." We were all glad to leave it to him. Next door was the Apothecary's Dream, where Gwen wanted to check out. It was everything you can imagine, herbs and remedies from all around the world. The owner was very helpful, and we left Gwen talking shop to him. She said, "Meet you at the restaurant." I said, "So much for staying together." CJ went to the Black Magic bookstore, and Robert and I went to Mysterious Materials, where we went crazy and checked out all the unique merchandise. They had all authentic clothes, hats, capes, gowns, old jewelry. The owner said they are all original with their own history, all very special items for you to choose from. Some will call out to you. We have it all. Robert found a top hat, cape, and cane that was perfect for his role as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I picked up a beautiful jeweled medallion that was perfect for the wax figure I was working on, Madame Demure, a murderess who killed her whole family. The owner said, "It also comes with a vintage red velvet gown." It was perfect. The others also brought interesting items at the shops that they were at. We all met up at the restaurant and later shared our new purchases. Melanie found an old grimoire of a Wicca high priestess. Gwen bought all special herbs that she could never get anywhere else. CJ, a book on ancient religions and cults. Me, I bought the red velvet gown and jeweled medallion. Lou bought a black cat called Hickaba, and I don't know why, but he had to have it, he said. We'll pick her up before we leave. And Robert bought the top hat, cape, and cane. We were all happy with our treasures and ready for bed and for the next day's activities. Next day, there were fortune tellers, magic shows, the ghost town tour, lectures on history of Salem. So much to do. It's so good that we have 3 days to enjoy it. The last day was to be a masquerade ball in the town's oldest mansion. It was an old mansion with a huge garden. So we bought things at the Mystic Material Shop to wear for the ball. Robert and I had our purchases already, and we will wear them. Gwen and Melanie will wear outfits. Gwen a Salem witch outfit, Melanie a gypsy outfit with a crystal ball. I told him, I'll buy him for you for the wax museum. I had a budget to buy what looked interesting for the museum, and they can wear them to the ball. CJ dressed like Sherlock, and Lou was Watson. We all looked great. Mrs. Hallen said, there'll be a huge crowd. It was funny, because we didn't come across anyone in town or at any of the stores. It was like we were the only ones in town beside the shop owner, Mr. and Mrs. Hallen, and a couple elders who greeted us. Also, Mr. K, Igor, was nowhere in sight. I was dressed and looking in the mirror. I looked so different when I came out of the room. Gwen said, how'd you have time to color your hair? I said I didn't, but it turned from light auburn to a flaming red. Gwen said, it looks great, but we are late. Let's hurry. The boys are all waiting for us. So we went to the ball. We were all dressed in our outfits. We all felt a little strange. The boys also complained that they felt funny too. Gwen said, it's probably the excitement of it all. So let's push our feelings aside, and we went to enjoy the ball. Where did all these people come from? The mansion was packed. It was a great night, but something strange was happening. As we walked in, we were greeted by some of the elder committee. Lou noticed a large portrait of a lady. He said, Belle, it looks just like you, and that gown and medallion is the same as yours. One of the elders said, that's the original owner of the mansion. She owned most of the town, Madame Elena Whitecraft. She was tried as a witch and hung. Yes, we had witches' trials here too, but not as famous as the Salem trials. Our town was not as well known. After that, we made sure we were hidden and kept a low profile. CJ asked, how did you keep the town a secret? He just said, with magic, my boy. We really had witches, and we hid from the prosecutors. We were all good witches and wanted to keep to ourselves, so we just hid in plain sight. After all the crazy witch trials, we just kept hidden. That's why, till this day, you must be invited as our special guest. Enjoy the ball. And then he just walked away. I said, this keeps getting weirder. Let's just go enjoy the ball. The music and dancing were wonderful. Robert asked a beautiful girl to dance. As we watched him dance by, we noticed something. He held her tighter and tighter as he went by. Also, his smile got more sinister, and his eyes looked dark, almost evil. He was changing right in front of us. We all noticed it. Of course, CJ, Sherlock, and Lou, Watson, took notice. CJ said, "Something strange is afoot, my dear Watson." Gwen said, "You boys are taking your roles very seriously." Melanie said, "No, I feel it too. We must get Robert away from that girl." So I went up to cut in, and the girl seemed so relieved to get away from Robert. Then he changed back to normal, smiling at me. He said, "Jealous much?" I laughed, but I felt relieved to see my old friend back to normal. CJ said, "I had enough, let's go." We all agreed, and this place just gave us the creeps. Gwen said, "I hate to say this, but I can't wait to leave and get home." It was morning, and we were all packed and ready to go home. It was a long and strange weekend. I packed up the girls' outfits and mine to take back to the Wax Museum. Everybody packed their special purchases, and we picked up Lou's cat, Hikiba. The owner said, "Come back again." I heard CJ say, "Not in my lifetime." I noticed on our receipts near the bottom a no return policy, a lifetime warranty in tiny print. You must keep your purchases for your lifetime. Boy, this place gets weirder and weirder and by the minute. Let's get out of here. Mr. K, Igor, picked us up at the B&B. We were all glad to go. We all had a feeling that this trip would change our lives forever. But how and why, we don't know. Stay tuned for more of our mysterious new series. Next one is Mysterious Purchases.